Oh my God. So here we go again at, what even time is it? 1 a.m. Eastern time. I don't even know how many people are going to be on here right now. I really don't. I'm quite curious to see how many of you guys are even going to be up at 1 o'clock in the morning, but I'm up. I woke up to go to the bathroom, and you know how you wake up in the middle of the night and you have Twitter notifications. Hey, Gracie. Sorry, haven't been active. Been sick. Well, I hope you're feeling better. Love you too. So, woke up to Twitter notifications, and I'm so over this shit. I'm so over Gabbie Hanna. I also watched Trisha's video. She uploaded it a few hours ago because, to be honest, I took a break from Twitter. I think we all need to do that, like once a month. Once a month, you need to take a week off of Twitter because it's not real. It's not real life. It's freezing in this freaking living room. Anyways, she uploaded a video titled "Gabbie, Please Stop," where basically, just to summarize, for those of you guys who didn't watch the video or doesn't follow Trisha on Twitter, Trisha released voice memos where Gabbie admits that she was having, how did she say it? Hold on a minute. This is one of those times, this is how Gabbie manipulates people. How did she say it? Hold on. I can't remember the word she used. I didn't put Trisha's name in this. Also, I'm going to be referring to Trisha as they, them in this live because that is how Trisha has asked to be referred as, and I'm going to respect that. So instead of saying Trisha every time, I'm going to say they, them. It's crazy to me that Gabbie can be so malicious when Trisha is literally doing everything they can to be a better person. They said it was a big misunderstanding and it's embarrassing. Yeah, it was something like that, but I want to use like the actual words. Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, I'm freezing, guys. Sorry. Here we go.
Stuff about poetry. You didn't send me any poetry. I sent you my poetry because we spoke about how you liked poetry and you thought that it was cool that I was like writing a poetry book. So like.
Okay, so first thing is a voice memo, and I really think that Trisha has more voice memos than they put in this clip. I'm going to be honest. I'm freezing. Hold on. Dolly won't cuddle me. She's being so rude. So I can't get through that podcast. I've watched different videos of people talking about the podcast and how it was literally a podcast of Gabbie trying to get Trisha to admit to things that Trisha knew didn't happen. It's so bizarre, right? And Gabbie goes from saying, "Oh, I'm fine, I'm healthy," to, I'm talking about the Rachel Oates thing, when she calls Rachel Oates a sick, twisted fucking bitch.
You never shared poetry with me.
So there it was. You never shared poetry with me. So the first thing is, and Trisha stood their ground on this part, which was Gabbie saying that Trisha shared poetry with her. And Trisha was like, "No, I did not. That never happened." I'm again watching all this go down. And the way Gabbie is going after Trisha is so disgusting, plus all the others she has gone after in the past few days. Literally, we have Trisha Paytas, Oscar Wilde, Rachel Oates, honestly, Jimmy Snow, which is Mr. Atheist. Something's being released, right? Well, I found out what's being released. She has a 12-part docu-series. Hold, please.
We just like
Okay, let me stay on topic here. We'll get to the 12-part docuseries. Then in these voice recordings, she then says, oh, and by the way, you also didn't ever invite me to Thanksgiving. But I don't want to put this in the podcast because we're talking about things that happened so long ago. So when it's beneficial for you, Gabbie, we're not going to put it in the podcast. But anything that isn't beneficial for Trisha, we're going to put in the podcast. Anybody with a partial brain molecule knew that total podcast was full of manipulation. And you could see how uncomfortable Trisha was throughout the entire podcast. And I've only seen clips of the podcast, but I've also spoke to a couple of different commentary YouTubers who have said that they've watched the entire podcast, and it's that way the entire way through. It's crazy to me that Gabbie can be so malicious. And that's the other thing. Okay. The only thing that Trisha is asking for is to be left the fuck alone. She's even asked her TikTok following and now YouTube following, including Twitter following, to quit sending her stuff with Gabbie Hanna. That's why I did not put Trisha's name in the title, because she specifically said in the video that I just watched, like, I can't fucking take it anymore. And I'm not going to speak fully on Trisha's mental health, but she's really going through it. And I think in 2021, she has really stepped up and tried to be the bigger person. And she's going through different types of therapy for these voices. And she's talked about it on the H3 podcast. She's now talked about it on Twitter, and she's talked about it on YouTube. That is the only reason why I'm comfortable talking about it. And she said that in this video that I just watched, that when she even sees Gabbie, they see Gabbie, sorry. Whenever they see Gabbie, that it triggers them. Yeah, I went live. I woke up and seen it, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on now? Because like I said, I have taken a hiatus from Twitter because I think everybody needs to. Also, I'm going to recommend a video. Hello Leash. I know a lot of people have trouble watching her videos, but she did a really good video yesterday. It's a long title. I'm going to show you guys this one right here. If you want to take a screenshot, if you haven't watched it, she goes into a really good depth. I just feel like Gabbie is obsessed. Here's what I think. I'm going to share my opinion. Gabbie does shit like this. She's literally hanging on to a drama from 2017. She's grasping at fucking straws. She started drama with everybody. We got Oscar Wilde. We've got Jimmy Snow. We've got fucking Rachel Oates. We've got all of these fucking people. And she also attacked someone for their views right after she uploaded a video talking about how calling someone irrelevant is like the most evil thing that you can do. But then she goes on to Instagram story and says, oh, I watched your 4,000 viewed beauty video. I watched your 4,000 view commentary video. If you talk about me, you get 1 million views. Actually, no, Gabbie. Actually, fucking no. So let's just go to your channel again, which I fucking hate going to because, okay, let's just talk about Gabbie fucking Hanna. What is the fucking top video on her channel? It is her hashing things out with Trisha Paytas. Okay? When you go to search Gabbie, that's the first fucking thing that comes up. Okay? And that has 742,000 views. Let's go to her actual channel, which you can see that I'm not subscribed to. Let's go to her videos. All right. No, she's not even halfway to 1 million views. Nothing is. Her most recent video was 3 months ago, and it says my 2020 year in review. I don't know if that's her most recent video or what. It's setting at 334K. Cleaning my house for the first time in a year, which used to be her most popular videos, is sitting at 280K. So, I think that you have a misconception of 1 million, honey. And now she's starting to become advocates for different mental health disorders. Okay. And we've seen this before with Gabbie. We've seen this before. This isn't new, where, which I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had never in my life heard of this neurodevelopmental disorder. ADHD is now what she is claiming to have. Okay. I don't know whether she has it or not, but we've seen this before, right? We've seen this before where she claims that she has some sort of mental health issue going on. She has now claimed that she has a 12-part mini-series, basically, going up on her channel, leading to the road of her being diagnosed with ADHD. And if you scroll down through her tweets, like, here's a retweet, okay, which you can tell that this person is a fan of Gabbie Hanna because she has Gabbie Hanna's photo there. This person tweets, Trisha, lies about Gabbie. I would like someone on this live right now to comment one lie that Trisha has told in regards to Gabbie, aside from the tweet that Trisha forgot in 2014, which, bitch, if you asked me what I tweeted in 2014, I would be like, your guess is good as mine, bitch. I have no idea. I have no clue. My husband has severe ADHD, and it's so fucked up to lie like that for no fucking reason. Here's the other thing. 2014. Trisha tweeted Gabbie in 2014 and said we're friends. Keep in mind that this is before 2017 when Gabbie decided to, which I think what's come out is that apparently Shane Dawson told Gabbie that Trisha had herpes. And Gabbie then told Jason that Trisha has herpes. And then Gabbie will go back and forth between saying, well, we were friends, but we weren't friends, so why would I tell you? But this whole fucking thing started because Gabbie said that they were friends. So this whole fucking thing is just a fucking shipwreck. Anyways, Trisha lies about Gabbie. Gabbie, okay, well, here's the truth with actual receipts. What fucking receipts? When has Gabbie ever gave any fucking receipts? I've never seen none other than her running at the fucking jaw. Ever. The entire fucking internet. Nah, we'll just keep believing Trisha and treating Gabbie like the worst person that ever existed. Then show us different. Then show us fucking different, Gabbie. Be an actual human being. You hear Trisha talking about how poor her mental health is right now. She's finally somewhere in her life where she's in a good fucking place. I've watched Trisha Paytas since 2010, bitch. A long fucking time. I've met Trisha in person when she was on tour. And when I say that she is the sweetest fucking person I've ever met in actual real life that was famous, I mean that. She's like the sweetest person. I feel like Shane has some part of it, but then Gabbie has used this against Trisha for years. She's obsessed with the whole herpes thing. I think that that's just a ploy. I think that that's just the beginning of the surface. I think that Gabbie uses whatever the fuck she can. Like literally whatever the fuck she can. I think it's also funny that she took that tweet to prove to Trisha that they were friends. And think about this, guys. Okay. I can't really relate to this. I've never heard voices in my head. But just think about if you're hearing voices in your head and you're in front of the person who triggers you, okay? And they're trying to tell you, okay, but yeah, this is what happened. This is what happened. But yeah, this is what happened. And Trisha has said, I just kept asking her to show me then, show me. Gabbie didn't show anything. Gabbie also cut out a shitload out of the podcast because I've watched Trisha's videos about it. And Trisha said that a lot was cut out of that podcast. Gabbie played it off like she had to. I can't remember what she said. Oh, I think it's also funny that she took the tweet to prove that Trisha and they were friends. But when somebody showed a screenshot of Gabbie commenting, I think something nice to Rachel Oates, played it off as she can't remember. The whole Rachel Oates thing, I think, is just absolute, just over the top. Again, that YouTube video by Hello Leash, go watch it because she really shows the screenshots of the actual conversation between Rachel Oates and Jimmy Snow, and then she plays what Gabbie says in an Instagram story beside it. And it's like, that's the thing, right? And I agree with Hello Leash. I think that Gabbie's just a liar. And I've dealt with a pathological liar in my life. I used to be married to one. And they do whatever it takes to prove to you the lie's real. Okay. And when you're dealing with someone who has mental health issues and they're still working on themselves, I mean, it's a daily thing. You're working on yourself and you have someone in front of you that says, no, but like, this is really what happened. Yeah, this is really what happened. And you're dealing with a pathological liar. They will do whatever the fuck to get you to believe what they're saying is real. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It just means that they're a pathological liar, and that's all that they know. And as we go through the history of Gabbie Hanna, her drama with anybody, her whole thing, oh, well, I never start the drama. I don't start the drama. Well, who starts it, Gabbie? Who starts it then? And the only time that she's okay with somebody's opinion is when it fucking is in her favor. If it's not in her favor, then you're a fucking bitch nowadays, because that's her favorite thing to say anymore. Oh, you're a fucking bitch. Yeah, I've thought about this a lot. I've thought about this a lot in the past because she contradicts herself all the fucking time. Most recently, making a video talking about how the most fucked up thing you can do is to talk about somebody's irrelevancy and how irrelevant they are. But then comments on somebody only getting 4,000 views on a beauty video and 4,000 views on a commentary video. And you know what else? My ex-husband, who is a pathological liar, is a pathological liar. Been diagnosed as a pathological liar, and we found that out when we were married. He would snap. And it was almost misdiagnosed as bipolar a couple of times. And I was like, I don't think it's bipolar. It's not like that. Because he fucking lies all the time. And we went back to get him diagnosed, and that's when he was diagnosed as a pathological liar. There are so many similar characteristics in all of it. Like the whole fucking 9 yards. The trying with everything in their might to get them to understand on the podcast while we're filming that this is the way shit happened, but then sending voice notes later. But actually, I actually got to thinking about it, and actually, you didn't ask me to Thanksgiving. Actually, you were going to Thanksgiving with Sean, and I told you that I wasn't going to Thanksgiving, and you said, oh, shoot, well, if I would have known, we could have had Thanksgiving dinner together. That's what you actually said. But I'm not going to put this in the podcast because we're talking about things that happened so long ago, and also it's super embarrassing for me. And if you are not a pathological liar, if you fuck up and you fucking, lie, or you fucking misinterpret the fucking truth or lie, Okay. People are so fucking, whatever about just being straight up about shit. If you fucking lie, for me, anyways, I'm like, fuck. You got me, man. I fucking told you a lie. Fuck, my bad. I'm the fucking worst liar of them fucking all. Like, I fucking am, you'll know if I fucking lie because it's fucking terrible. But if you tell a white lie, or let's just say that you think it, like you think something happened and then somebody's like, no, girl, you remember it happened this way. And you're like, oh, fuck, yeah, you're right. You're like, oh, yeah, you're right. You're not like, no. No, you remember it happened this way, but it happened this way. But hey, it happened this way. And the other person's like, okay, well, fucking show me, man. Fucking show me then. And you have nothing to prove. You have no way to prove to them that this is what actually fucking happened. Then it's probably a fucking lie. And pathological liars believe their own lies. That's what makes it different than just a fucking liar. A pathological liar believes their lies. They believe what they are saying is the truth. And I honestly do believe that Gabbie believes her own fucking lies. I do. I really, truly do. I think she believes this shit. And the problem is that now we're dealing with someone who is pleading on the internet to be left alone. She's pleaded to her fans, please do not send me anything else in regards to Gabbie. That is exactly why, I keep saying she. They keep asking, please don't send me anything else in regards to Gabbie Hanna. Please, Gabbie, leave me the fuck alone. I'm begging you, leave me the fuck alone. And it's almost like, because wasn't she just saying how Trisha was such a great person and whatever, and now Trisha's a fucking bitch? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that back and forth shit. It reminds me so much of my ex-husband. It's unreal. I think that she needs to be going to her doctor in regards to that and not fucking ADHD, because, and here's another thing, which I'm not really into, like these tea channels, drama channels, what the fuck ever. But Spill Sesh did a tweet a couple of days ago that says, just because someone acts like your friend doesn't mean they are actually they actually are. The concept is not that hard to grasp, which is true. Okay, take this example for instance. Okay, your coworkers, because that's what Gabbie and Trisha are. They're coworkers. Christmas parties that they went to at Joey Graceffa and Daniels. Okay, if you see your coworker at a Christmas party, you're going to be cordial and you're going to be kind to your fucking coworker. You're not going to be like, you're a fucking bitch and we're not friends. Okay, Carol? Like, you're not going to do that. You're like, what's up, Carol? Nice to see you. Yeah, cool. See you at the office. Like, you're being cordial to your coworker. Then Gabbie quote tweets this tweet and says, she literally said, I'm tired of the internet not knowing we're friends. When have you ever fucking heard Trisha Paytas say that fucking shit? You're very intentionally misrepresenting the situation. I don't think so. Look, I don't fucking think so. I think that Spill Sesh is saying exactly what they wanted them. What Trisha means. I can't help that Trisha is a fake, two-faced bitch. She pretended to be my friend for years. She was cordial with you at parties, at birthday parties, at Christmas parties. You all never hung out. You asked for an invitation to Trisha's birthday party and she was like, whatever. They invited all of YouTube. I'm talking about the birthday party that got shut down. If you're familiar with Trisha Paytas and this birthday party, then you know what I'm talking about. I believed we were friends. No, you did not. No, you did not. Friends. Okay, let me get this concept for you. A friend, an actual friend, is someone that you can call up on your phone right now and say, bitch, I've had a long fucking day and I just need to talk to my friend. A friend is someone that you go places with. Maybe you have lunch with, a couple times a month. A friend would be invited to your wedding. A friend would be invited to your birthdays that are small gatherings. You know what I'm saying? Acquaintances, when you're trying to have this huge party, they might be there. Or if you fucking DM them and ask for an invitation, like, who the fuck? I've never in my life DM'd someone that I've seen they're having a party and I'm like, can I come to your party? Like, what in the actual fuck is going on? Like that right there. When Trisha said that part, I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. Gabbie fucking DM'd you and was like, hey, heard you were having a birthday party. Do you care if I go? Like, whoa, what the fuck? And here's the thing, right? Trisha has said repeatedly how Gabbie in person was very kind and so nice and all this shit. That is just another fucking resounding trait of someone who is a pathological liar. Can I tell you how fucking my ex-husband was a lot of things, okay? He was very verbally abusive. I have a lot of things coming in regards to him. He was very verbally abusive and he was very, very brilliant. And part of his brilliancy was his pathological lying, because he was very smart with his lying. He had stories to back up the next, because once you tell one lie, you got to tell another and another and another. He would have these stories memorized and planned for when I would say, but wait, didn't you say such and such? He'd be like, yeah. But then this, and this. And I'll be like, oh, okay. You don't even think twice about it. But another thing was when he needed to put on that show and he needed to impress. So say, for instance, like a big thing was my nanny seen it from the beginning, but my mom didn't. My mom thought that he was like this really kind person and that I was misinterpreting like his lying. And I was like, no, the fuck, like he's lying. Like I know he's lying. He would put on this show for my mom, for my grandmommy, for like people who at first didn't question him. And oh my God. What did Gabbie do now? Is she being gaslit again? Yeah, according to her, but really and truly, and you know what? I really think the only reason why she said anything in regards, because Oscar, if you don't know the Oscar Wilde situation, which this one I didn't know about until I watched the Hello Leash video. So if you haven't watched the Hello Leash video, go watch it. It's so good. I know a lot of people say that she takes forever to get to the point, but this was really a good video. So Oscar Wilde DM'd Gabbie and said, hey, sorry, just wanted to come in here and, he did not apologize. He liked a tweet of somebody. I can't fucking remember. Whose tweet was that he liked? Anyways, doesn't matter. He liked somebody's tweet that was in regards to Gabbie Hanna. I can't fucking remember whose fucking tweet that was. You know what? Give me a minute.
She's fine. There's nothing manic about this. She also says, and this is not off topic because this is contradictory numbers.
Okay, this is Oscar Wilde, Nick Snyder. Okay, so Oscar Wilde liked Nick Snyder's tweet. So let's see here. The fact that at Gabbie Hanna still thinks drama like this will sell whatever she comes out with is proof she hasn't grown with her audience. It's not a shadow ban. It's everyone's moved on ban, except the stands. But honestly, just look up where stands come from. They are aliens. And then Angelica Oles says, I'm saying a new song is coming out in a week. That's why we needed to get you trending. Anyway, job done. You're welcome. I'll see you in 6 months for another round. That's fucking hilarious. And then Gabbie quote tweets all this and says, why the fuck did, oh my God, it's Oscar Wilde, like this tweet, LMAO. Congrats. His verified finally got my attention for you, Nick. You have something to talk about now. Go run. Make a video. Like, do you not see how bizarre that is? So anyways, Oscar goes into the DMs on Twitter with Gabbie. And in this video, Hello Leash has the screenshots and of the conversation. And Oscar does not apologize, but he's like, I like the tweet. I'm sorry if you're going through a time right now and that hurt your feelings. I wish you all the best. See you on the flip, you know. And Gabbie was like, I appreciate your apology. But if this is something that you truly feel, then I feel like you need to go out publicly and retract that tweet you liked. And he's like, whoa. I never said that I was apologizing. I stand by the tweet. I still like the tweet. I just thought that maybe you were going through a hard time and I wanted to check on somebody else's space. And she goes on and on, like 3 messages before he can reply. And he's like, okay. You know, you have a good one. Just try to be nice. Peace out. Love and kindness. Then Gabbie goes onto Instagram. She loves going on a good old Instagram story and being shady as fuck. Goes on to Instagram stories and says, hey guys, not going to put this person on blast because they DM me. So they're trying to be private. Yada, yada, yada. Says that he flipped on her when he said with love and kindness. Tags his name, bitch, in the story. Are we good? Are we good? I mean, like, it's obvious that she has something coming out, right? Because the only time that Gabbie does any oh my God, listen how condescending this is. Sorry guys, I'm reading tweets. Just came to my attention, Trish is now they, them. Last I saw, they were she, they. They have blocked me on everything. I don't speak to them and I don't watch their content. So no, I'm not a transphobe. I just don't know every detail of her life. Their way they know every detail of mine. That made no sense. Realized I used she, her in that tweet. Not intentional. I just have ADHD. This is where the ADHD shit comes out. Deaf Noodles tweets, aged like milk. I love how Deaf Noodles is like always ready to like be the dick in the situation. Like he's really ready to just for 2 years now, Trisha has been telling people I'm delusional and imagined a friendship. I'm not misusing the word gaslighting. Trisha, babe, I'm tired of the internet not knowing we were friends. LOL. May 10th, 2017. Oh my God, you'll be at Joey's surprise party Saturday? LOL. We need to be We need a selfie, biatch. I'm tired of the internet not knowing we're friends. Agreed. So many birthdays. LOL. I want to wear cat ears too. Iconic, honestly. Ha ha ha. Can't believe I wore those. I swear to God, I was living like need. And it says that these texts are from Trisha Paytas up in the top, which honestly, I had to double check there for a minute and make sure that Trisha Paytas' number wasn't in there. But you're talking about a Christmas party, Gabbie. Like, your first text with this person. This is just so weird. Like, in what world would I ever, okay, here's the thing. Would I ever go to Twitter and be like, no, we were most definitely friends, and you're going to admit that? Like, why would you even want to be friends with that person anymore if you had to go through all this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't friends. There's not no paparazzi pictures of you guys out together. There's no fucking nothing. There's fucking nothing. The only fucking documentation of you two in any space together is at Joey fucking Graceffa's. And I don't even think that there was footage of them together at Trisha's birthday, unless it was maybe in one of Gabbie's vlogs or something, which there might have been. But aside from that, like, you two like hugged up on each other and being like, besties, selfie though. Like, in what world, man? If somebody was like this adamant that, like, girl, we weren't that cool though. And the problem is, Gabbie, is that months later, you decided to call up Jason and be like, hey, did you know that Trisha has herpes? Instead of, if you were friends though, you were so sick of the internet not knowing you all were friends, why didn't you call up fucking Trisha and say, hey, hypothetically, allegedly, it was Shane, told me that you have herpes. Just wanted to make sure that this wasn't true because you're talking to Jason, which is friends with fucking David, who you're actually friends with. So I just want to make sure, he's not going to get herpes or whatever. If you were friends, because, all of these tweets, you're just trying to like fucking prove that you all were fucking friends, right? I mean, I'm not even diagnosed with any type of mental disorder. And this is fucking with me. So I can only fucking imagine how this is for fucking Trisha. What the fuck is this? Trisha was right. She didn't technically invite me to Thanksgiving. She says we should have just eaten together instead of her other plans. The woman who claims she never knew me. I'm delusional. I imagined a friendship. Happy Thanksgiving. Thankful to be finally sharing this. And it says, oh my God, ha ha ha. They think I'm the devil. They're Amish. LOL. Everyone is gone, girl. I was going to just stay home too. Wait, like dead ass Amish or just conservative? We could have just eaten together. No, dead ass Amish, for real. They're from Pennsylvania too. My friends were all here last year. Okay, so that contradicts your fucking whole thing, Gabbie. Because if you all were friends, why weren't you invited there last year when Trisha invited all of her friends? Like, none of this makes no fucking sense, bro. And you look fucking like twisted when you... Yeah. Okay. For instance, at Weak Knees, honestly, at this point, what are you trying to prove? If you're as happy as you say you are, I just don't get the motive behind your tweets over the last couple of days. Nobody does. Everybody is so fucking confused. Like, you're sharing tweets from 2016. Can we please fucking, like, what the fuck is going on? I don't have text messages from friends or ex-friends or acquaintances saved. Exactly. That is a good fucking point, Summer. Why the fuck are these texts saved? Because I know for me, bitch, if I don't delete my fucking text messages every now and then my fucking storage gets full. Does nobody else have that issue with iPhones, or is that just me? I don't have fucking text from 2 months ago. I'm going to be 100% real with you. I ate fucking noodles before I went to bed, and they're not. Like, what the fuck? But then again, I'm not a liar, and I have to manipulate year-old's text to make everyone believe that I'm the victim. Exactly. Like, poor fucking Trisha, man. I feel so fucking bad for her. I mean, all she continuously tweeted today was, please, don't send me anything Gabbie related. Please. I left the studio to talk to someone today. It's the most triggering thing in the world to even see her face. Just stop. I'm stopping publicly, privately. I want nothing to do with her. And who mocks someone who obviously is confused about their gender, which can be a very fucking, I mean, discovering your sexuality, which we all know that Trisha had, you know, she was a sex worker, a stripper back in the past, dated very, very old men. Like, you know, that shit fucks with you and carries on with you throughout the years. So why would you even mock that? That's just so fucked. That makes you look fucking transphobic. Not you fucking not knowing that Trisha identified as they, them, that was their pronouns. But the fact that you then went on and recreated the tweet with they, them, their in the tweet, that looks fucking homophobic to me. Am I wrong here? Is that not transphobic as fuck? Creating a false reality for everyone. Smoky Bacon just liked my reply. Because here's the thing. I didn't tag Trish in this either, because I think that's another thing that people need to stop doing. I've seen a lot of people tagging Trisha in their tweets, and I think that you need to not, because she's asked for nothing to be shared with her, and automatically, if you tag her in a tweet, you're automatically like, she could see that. Just in case, for people who are new to Twitter, because I used to be too, but I literally tweeted, leave Trish the fuck alone. She blocked you for a reason. Like, that's all that needs to be said, man. And I think that, you know, whether you support Trisha or not, this is fucking inhumane. Like, we're still talking about this fucking drama because there's no new drama. Nothing else has fucking came out about none of this shit. We're talking about shit from 2017 and a boyfriend that Trisha is no longer with. She's engaged to a totally, totally different human. So why are we still talking about this shit? Like, the only time that Gabbie ever brings up any of this drama or behaves the way that she behaves is when she has something coming out, which now we know is a 12-part series. 12 fucking parts? Really? And apparently, look, I don't really want to speak on the ADHD stuff. I had a couple of you all email me about that as well. And I'm not educated on the whole thing. And I just wouldn't want to misspeak, you know, not on purpose, but like, I'm not educated on ADHD. I have ADHD, and I used to take medication for it. But my diagnosis goes back to when I was like, I think 12 years old. And I took medication up until, 4 years ago now, 5 years ago. So I've never been a part of any type of community or anything like that. So I just wouldn't want to speak for someone else or make someone else feel as if, you know, they're whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. So I'm not going to speak on that, but there was one other thing, which this got me. And I still have a draft saved to fucking quote tweet this, but this is by Deaf Noodles. And it says, who could have seen this coming? It seems Gabbie Hanna's boyfriend, Peyton Saxton, has deactivated his Twitter and Instagram accounts. Where then Gabbie says, my boyfriend is not a public figure. Stop disrespecting boundaries that are being clearly set. So I have a quote teat. I have a quote tweet saved that says, boundaries, much like the ones that Trisha Paytas is giving to you, to leave her alone. To leave them alone. I need to change that. My bad. To leave them alone. Funny how it only counts when it's in your favor. It's just so true. It's so true in every single anything that has ever been in any type of drama related to Gabbie Hanna. It is only factual when it is for her own good. Just like the fact that she literally gave the public a link to his fucking Twitter. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right underneath her video. There's pre-order my books, please. Follow me on TikTok. And then it has Reenie's YouTube channel, Peyton's Twitter, Christy's Instagram, Juliet's Instagram. That part that's highlighted, that's Peyton's Twitter. He's been on your podcast many times. So, public figure or not, you introduced him to the public. He continuously lashes back at people for sharing their opinions in regards to you. So what do you mean? He can comment to them when it fits your narrative, but when it doesn't fit your narrative, then it's not okay. Like, wow. Oh my gosh. And then you have these like literally like 11, 12-year-old young little girls. Like, not that one. I'm not actually going to show you the one, but there's literally the profile picture is a child. I'm just going to say she joined in 2020, if that tells you anything. And she's like, leave Gabbie alone. She's just trying to protect her man. And then the next girl says, yeah, she chose to introduce her boyfriend to her following. If you don't want people commenting on that part of your life, you probably could have kept them private, which I think is probably the best thing to do, is to keep them private. But guys, this is just out of control. I just had to come on here and talk about this because seeing fucking Trisha cry in her car, you can see like how bad this is messing with her. And I just had to share, like, what are your thoughts? Do you think that Gabbie Hanna is a pathological liar? What are your thoughts? I mean, I've had someone in my like actual like life that was a pathological liar. I was with him for years. And there's just too many similarities, like way too many. And I don't know. I could have done like a actual my thoughts on video and done my makeup and fucking, done a whole video. But I like doing these in the moment videos because they're real. They're raw. They're fucking my first initial thoughts. Like, I literally watched Trisha's video and came right on live. And Trisha went on the podcast in hopes that it could squash this beef. Trisha has made that clear numerous times because this beef is a trigger for them in many different ways. And they made this extremely clear to Gabbie. And now, instead of Gabbie just being a kind human being and respecting the space, she is instead going to Twitter and calling them a fucking bitch and releasing text messages from fucking 6 years ago that don't make a fucking difference. They make no difference. Sure, you're going to call someone that you work with a friend, but are you though? Do you hang out outside of work though? If it's not some work-related party, do you hang out with them? Mind you, just a little bit of extra information for those of you who may be on the fence. The birthday party that Gabbie reached out to Trisha and asked for an invite to. That gets me every time. That birthday party was a business expense because Trisha was launching her Freaky. That's where she was, announcing Freaky, and she was performing and all that. So that was a business party. Like, she doesn't respect other people's boundaries, but Lord forbid anyone cross hers. Exactly. It's narcissistic behavior, but also it's almost as if she is willing to cross any line or tell any lie just to get her point across. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's willing to confuse you until you go into this black hole of abyss. Like, even if you have a clean bill of mental health and you go down this rabbit hole, at the end, you're confused as fuck. You're like, what? Wait, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like, pathological liars are really good at doing that. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not diagnosing her. I do not know her. I'm just saying, with the patterns that we've seen with Gabbie, if the shoe fits, sometimes you wear it. And mental health, unfortunately, people in the spotlight like to use as a crutch. And sometimes they use that crutch, and this is very gross, but it's just the way it is, as a way to make themselves look better to the public. Unfortunately, we've seen Gabbie do this several times, and now she's using ADHD to do this. And you can clearly see that Trisha's going through it. You can clearly fucking see that shit. I'm sorry, but not every mental disorder is so fucking pretty to say. It's a lot easier for someone to maybe say that they have ADHD than for someone to say, I'm a pathological liar. Whereas, some people who actually have ADHD might give anything to say, I'm a pathological liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some diagnoses that, this is so weird that this is even a fucking thing, and it's awkward to say out loud, but people in the spotlight use as like that are prettier than the others. They're trendy to have. It's so fucking weird. I don't know why this is a thing, but unfortunately, here we are. I remember bipolar disorder used to be the thing that everybody had. And it's a fucking unfortunate. It really is. It's really sick, and it's really fucking twisted. And the only thing I want to say here is because I check my analytics all the time, and I know how many of you guys are between 18 and 24. And I'm sorry, but you don't just wake up at 18 and you're like, I'm an adult today, so I'm going to make all the right choices. Bitch, I don't think I made a right choice until I was like 25. And that's the real God honest truth. Be careful of who you follow. Be safe of who you look up to. Look at everybody's fucking point of view, whether you like that person or not. If that person makes you feel a certain type of way, or makes you feel like you don't feel good watching them, because that's what this is. This is content creation. It's turned into some other bullshit that it used to not be back in the day. It used to be just about creating the content for your viewers and having a good time. And if all you did was make your viewer laugh or make your viewer see something new or whatever, you did your fucking job that day. And unfortunately now we've created this whole other world where YouTubers are actually famous, and they become so narcissistic in that they are so fucking famous. Just don't lose sight of your morals, your values, and your own thoughts. Don't lose your fucking voice to these fucking little peanuts on the internet, because in real life, you're going to behave your own way, and your own thoughts and actions are going to create your own consequences. So do what makes you feel right. Do what you believe. Do what makes you feel good inside. Don't follow the wrong fucking people. Think twice before you follow certain people. That's all I'm going to say. Because I would hate for you guys to, look up to someone that might not be the best. Because I love you all. Every one of you guys. Sorry to bring you guys on here so late, but I had to talk about it now. It was on my mind. I couldn't fall back asleep. I just couldn't. But I was ADHD 2.5 years ago and have been on medication since. And after seeing Gabbie throw it around and blaming her BS on it, I was worried about admitting I have it. See, that's fucking sad because, guys, here's the thing. That's fucking sad, Summer. That's really fucking sad. And I'm so sorry that you felt that way. Don't ever feel bad about a mental disorder that you have. There's nothing that we can do to control that shit. Nothing. But to accept it and move forward. And what's really sad when you have one of these fucking YouTubers jumping in saying, I'm a fucking advocate for it, when they probably don't know beans about nothing. You're still a beautiful person. Don't fucking listen to this person. Don't let them take your thoughts and twist them or anything like that. And ADHD or not, you're a beautiful person. 100%. I love you guys. Thank you all for joining me at freaking, what time is it? We're now at 2:00 in the morning Eastern time. So great. Great thing I'm unemployed right now. I love you guys. I'm going to go live tomorrow on Instagram. I'll probably go live maybe around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you guys can join me. I love you all so much. Until the very next time. Bye, y'all.